Niranjan. Niranjan, so we were waiting for some more details to come in. Right now, we know the Japanese PM has also said that the condition is very critical. And also, he said that it's too early to attribute a political motive. So we have to really wait and watch. Thankfully, right now, the situation is critical and the doctors are working very hard to revive him and to, in fact, also get him to better health, Niranjan.
Yes, and we're getting in some breaking news right now. Breaking news from the Japanese media that the attacker, Yamagami, has reportedly told investigators that he was dissatisfied with Shinzo Abe and targeted him with an intention to kill. Now, this is what the broadcaster in Japan, NHK, is also reporting, that the intention was to kill, and Yamagami, in his 40s, detained with a weapon that investigators in Japan believe was a homemade weapon in what resembled a shotgun, perhaps. They say that he has told investigators that he was dissatisfied with Shinzo Abe and targeted him with an intention to kill. So that's the breaking news update that I'm getting in right now. We have Sanjay Pulipaka, Senior Fellow, Delhi Policy Group, who continues to stay with us live right now. And I also have, as we speak, Nupur Tiwari, who's based out of Japan, but she's in Delhi. I will go back to her. But I'd like to get in a word from Sanjay Pulipaka. Sanjay, you just heard the Japanese Prime Minister speaking on the attack. And the attack comes, very, very close to the election results and the outcome of the election campaigning in Japan. And even the attacker, according to the local media now, saying that this was perhaps linked. He says that he was dissatisfied with Abe and targeted him. But from the visuals, another question that arises is whether there was a lapse in security, because you can see the security guards behind Shinzo Abe. They were caught by surprise here.
Indeed, they were caught by surprise. There is no doubt about it. A couple of things to note here. One is that the Prime Minister, by stepping up, he's trying to address the nation, calm the nation, which is a very good thing. Second important thing that he pointed out that is Shinzo Abe is critical and all efforts are being made to revive him and restore his health. More importantly, he has conveyed a very an impression that his administration is trying to get a grip of the evolving political situation. He has called all the cabinet ministers back to the capital. All the important officials will be back in the capital so that they can have a more coordinated response to the evolving situation. The other important thing that needs to be noted is he has refrained from responding to questions on what is the possible political impact and what is the larger social causes that might have caused this kind of an attempt at assassinating Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. I think it was a very measured response from Prime Minister of Japan. He has articulated his grief, his anger, but at the same time, he was also very measured by not making any political statements on whether the elections will go ahead or not go ahead. And in that sense, he was very balanced and also very measured, I must say.
The other big breaking news update that we're getting in as we stay with the pictures of the attack, the attacker, and moments after the attack, and all of this has been captured on camera by people who were present there at the campaign. You just heard the Japanese Prime Minister on Japanese state media, and he says that all the cabinet ministers have been called back to Japan, to Tokyo, I beg your pardon, wherever they are in Japan, they've been called back to Tokyo to handle with this national emergency. Handle this national emergency. And the other big breaking news update right now is there seems to be a motive that is becoming clear, and that motive it appears as per the reports right now, that this attacker Yamagami was dissatisfied with Shinzo Abe and targeted him with an intention to kill. So in case you're watching the broadcast right now, you had the Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, who just addressed the people of Japan, gave them a brief, condemned the attack in the strongest words, but also said that he doesn't want to jump to conclusions at the moment on the exact motive. He said the attacker was being questioned and he will let the investigators do their job, adding that at this point it appears they are looking at all angles, including whether there was an angle related to the elections that were ongoing in Japan. So that's the breaking news update. And Shinzo Abe himself, loved in Japan, extremely popular, one of the longest serving prime ministers of Japan, and a close friend and ally of India. Coming back to you,